everyone. So I'm going to narrate this Old Town video because there was a lot of music playing that day and I didn't want to get a copyright claim. There was also some shady activity. It looked like an open drug market when I went, so a lot of people hanging around cars, all this stuff. So I basically walked around Old Town Mall, and I included at the beginning of this video some vintage photos of what it looked like before it turned into an apocalyptic nightmare, essentially, which is what it looks like now. So you'll see me walk around. One side of the mall is closed currently because they're doing construction on it. So I'm not sure what they're planning on doing. I think they're trying to revitalize it. Kind of a post-apocalyptic nightmare here. Here's Super Music. Was a record store. That was really old. I think it might have been there back in the 70s even. Completely destroyed. Looks like a forest was kind of grown in there. Fire damage. And it looks like those are probably 8 tracks that melted, obviously, from the fire damage. So it looks like at some point there was some merchandise that was left behind. Could have been CDs even. And I just noticed there was a black cat that was sleeping there, and I thought, how sad. I really wish I could have taken that cat home with me, at least to a shelter. I was worried about that cat. And I was thinking, my God, if that collapsed, the cat obviously would have gone through the floor. There's a lot of stray cats there, actually. As you could see in the opening video, there was one. You can see I'm trying to get the cat to come to me now. I was going to try to take her to a shelter. But, of course, she didn't want to come. When I came back around to the store, I looked in and she was gone, so the cat probably moved on. But yes, your Super Music. And just looking at that, it looks like it was around in the 70s. So, yeah. So we continue on. This was an old furniture place. That's a beautiful building right there. I hope they don't tear that down. Beautiful ornamentation on that. So, just gorgeous architecture. I can't imagine what it looks like on the inside. Definitely seen better days. So, Old Town Market was actually, well, Old Town Mall was actually originally Old Town Market. It was a marketplace. They sold seafood. I think they had butcher shop. They did a lot of that stuff. Sometime, I think it was in the 60s, they decided to revitalize it and turn it into an outdoor shopping center. Because I know when it was just a market, it wasn't doing well, from what I read about it. So, they've done a lot of things with this place before, and of course a lot of the projects have failed being done, you know. So, I'm trying to see if I can get into any of these buildings. There's also some projects around here too, so that could be one of the reasons why the maybe it's not doing too well. Looks like, oddly enough, there's some oyster shells on the ground there. I was wondering where those came from. I don't know if it was from a restaurant a long time ago or what. It was weird. Somebody left their fanny pack behind. I was saying in the video that some of these places had multiple stores in them because they were like a warehouse, and sometimes there would be multiple stores. Like one floor would be a store, another store would be on another floor. So it was almost like a factory, and you see this in some cities. They still have that thing going on. Boston, for example, there's a place in Peabody, Massachusetts that has something like that. Multiple floors, multiple stores. You can see it's total disaster in there. Some fire damage. Some graffiti. Now, I absolutely love what somebody wrote on here, this Black Lives Matter image, George Soros propaganda thing, and I just thought, wow, not everybody is a crazy liberal in Baltimore after all. There's actually some sane people, because it really is a George Soros propaganda tool. And I was saying in the video that if they really cared about black lives, they would do more for black communities, not just be race baiters and be around when a white person kills a black person, particularly a police officer, because that seems to be all they do, honestly. So But I'm not going to get too political about it, so, yeah. And then we have the Nevermore Haunt, which is in the old Kaufman building, I believe it is. This is the largest building that is in the mall. Nevermore Haunt is a haunted house that opens every October. It's originally a warehouse, also department store. So I'm just showing off the back here of Nevermore Haunt. So a lot of my viewers are probably wondering why I point the camera down when I'm around people. The reason why is because some people don't want to be filmed, and you never know when you might get into a situation where somebody contacts you and says, hey, you filmed me, now I want some money. You know, you don't want to get in that situation. I went to film school. One of the things that they taught you in film school was don't film anybody unless they want you to film them. Because you never know, you might get sued. So here's one of the beauty salons. There's actually quite a few. I don't know if you guys could see now. Well, it didn't come out too good. It looked like there was stairs that led up to a store in there. But it was all in ruins. So there's another one. Salon place. For some reason, there seems to be a lot of beauty salons here. It's a jewelry place, things like that. As you can see, there's a lot of activity going on here. I'm trying not to film anybody, especially since a lot of it, I think, is an open-air drug market. So, a lot of activity that day. Nobody said anything to me, but I think they were kind of nervous. People tend to think that I'm a police officer because I have this camera, so that was a DJ's record place to buy stereo equipment and turntables. No, I actually thought this place was abandoned. but I looked inside, and of course I saw light, and then some people went inside. So I was like, okay. As you can see, they're coming through now. Yeah. So they went in there. Case jewelry. That's a really old one that was in there for a while. You can tell. I thought this was kind of cool. It's a barber shop, but it's instead of a Christmas tree, it's an Easter tree. Yeah. Because I shot this the last, I think it was the beginning of May. So Easter wasn't April. But yeah, it was the beginning of May, so that's probably why they still have the Easter tree. I was saying that was a Germanic tradition. Being German myself, I know that that goes back to German pagan traditions where they would put eggs in a tree. Like that, so I thought that was interesting. There's a lot of German people in Baltimore, so you know, that's where that Pennsylvania Dutch accent comes from. A lot of them moved to Baltimore from Pennsylvania. Brought that accent over. Here we have a memorial of some sort having to do with the 1812 war, I believe it is. And there was loud music over here, so of course I thought there was going to be a copyright claim. But yeah. I love phone booths. I know it's a weird thing to say, but you know, there's an entire generation that's not going to know what a phone booth is. There's a side that's closed down. Like I said, they're doing something in that area. So it's one of the famous monuments there. Washington Monument. You can still go in that tower there, I believe. It's very weird how vehicles just drive through here. You weren't originally supposed to drive through there. You had to park and then just walk through there, but since it's been abandoned, people just drive through there all the time. So, that clock tower is really famous there too. So hopefully they keep that. But The good news is I think they're trying to salvage these buildings, as many of them as possible, so I don't think they're in immediate danger of being torn down so that ugly boxes can be put over there. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of wanted to go on that side, but yeah. My guess is they're going to revitalize that side first, and then they're going to work their way around. Once again, people just drive through here. They drive on the sidewalks and everything. Looks like there's an old fan there on the ground. I'm not sure how old that toy is. Of course, it's completely destroyed. So I was going behind these to see if I could get in any of them. Of course, they're all in really bad condition, so probably a hazard. This door was open, which I thought was kind of weird. Of course, the stairs would just break directly underneath me. What's left of them. So there was no way I was going to try to go up there. But it was kind of weird that the door was open. So. I would assume it was probably a homeless person. So, and then obviously somebody was sleeping over here. So. But yeah, they're gonna have to move pretty soon if they haven't left already. Once again, somebody just cutting through there. And of course, I'm looking at the sign there. It says Old Town Mall. And then I show people one of the supposed mixed income gentrification condos. So, and I predict really the projects that are in front of the condos there where I parked my vehicle. They're probably slated to be demolished also. Even though people are still living in them, I imagine they're going to kick those people out eventually. It's usually how it is. Now a close-up at the sign. We are back where we started. And that cat, beginning of the video, is still there. I was wondering if that one was okay because that one hadn't really moved the whole time. So I purchased the cat, and then the cat ended up crawling down some hole on the side of the wall. So, yeah. Homeless cats like homeless people. So, yep. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.